Are you getting close to 150 or you already passed that level but don't know where to AoE? Well, this video is for you. Diamond arrows are a big boost for paladins once you reach that level. However, I believe that to fully use the potential of diamond arrows, it has to be on a team hunt or a solo hunt where you can tank monsters. Doesn't need to be full surrounded, but you should try to semi-kite while grouping them together or even tank 5 at a time. And at level 150, that's simply not the case for most spawns because you don't have that much HP. So what do you do now? Well, before the introduction of diamond arrows, paladins used to still AoE hunt. Not as efficient, but it was and still is very viable. These videos are all before diamond arrows, and it's how I hunted when I wanted to have a bit more fun and boost the experience. Some of them I believe are still better without diamonds, especially at those levels, and some others should be viable with diamonds. Let's start with perhaps the best one for experience and where it should be better to use diamonds, the Nightmares of Kralos. On all the videos I will show you, I wasn't using the best equipment or life leash, so ideally if you have double life leash and a prismatic armor, your life will be a lot better when hunting, but if you don't have it, that's fine too. I started to hunt here at 153 and I was making 450k on 100%. With quick look you should make at least 550 or more. At 173 I came during a double experience, but at 100% I was making 650, and just adding quick look and diamond arrows it should be over 750 or even more than that. This spam won't be profitable, in fact it's hard to not waste, but the experience is worth it. A quick tip is to try to always time your last attack with your mass sand. Since the Scions run on low HP, it's important to try to finish them off before they do. Another thing is that in both hunts I was using all the floors. I don't think that's necessary anymore due to the rapid spawn and should be enough to only do a big left in the first floor, but if you were to be overkilling, just at the northwest downhole. Moving on, but staying on Kralos, here's the Kralos surface. This one in particular is a really underrated spawn that will always be empty. It is a bit more risky for paladins and it should be better to not use diamonds in here since they are pretty strong to physical as it is and their melee hits are too hard to tank. I started to hunt here at 150 and the experience was around 320k per hour. It should be more around the 400s nowadays, and the higher level and skills should boost that quite a bit, since the amount of monsters is endless. Another good thing about this spawn is that it's profitable, especially now because there is 3 different creature products used for imbuements that will be good to sell on market: the thick fur, broken shamanic staff, and the ogre nose rings. The last one will be harder to sell since it is used for club imbuements, but because almost nobody hunts these, you should still get some money from them. They have other local drops that will require you to do some questing to sell, which might be annoying, but it will also grant you access to the depot. It is helpful to be able to make a quick stop at the depot to drop loot and keep on hunting, so that makes it worth it. Lastly, the ogre shamans also drop voodoo dolls, which are very expensive on all servers, so that's a great chance to make profit. With that aside, you should use thunderstorms and a bow with crystallines. Next up is Greenville. This one should be better with diamonds and semi-kiting. Just tank a few hits and move to always keep them group up, but it might still be hard, so be careful. I was doing a low 170 fully kiting and with crystallines making around 550k an hour, as usual at another 50k or more because of quick loot. This also wasn't much profit, but if I remember correctly, I was at least covering up my waist. Use GFBs and try it with diamonds, if you're at around this level. If it doesn't work too well because of monsters running away, I think it might be better to hunt them with crystallines, as wasting diamonds on monsters running away is painful. You could also add a hotkey to switch diamonds with crystallines for that, and maybe it will be good enough. Moving on to a forgotten spawn, the Frost Dragons of Olconir. I tried this spawn because of nostalgia, as old players still remember this spawn, but newer ones might never hunted there. This will require a bit of questing to get access unlike the others, so that's also annoying. And I do think this is much better without diamonds, as they hit pretty hard in close range and also run on low HP. Surprisingly enough, the experience was pretty good. With an experienced prey on Frost Dragons at 100%, I was making over 800k an hour at level 184. I'm guessing it will be like 600k without it, but it might be totally wrong about that, and I think it's even more. Either way, it's worth to try it, especially since it's another spawn that should be empty all the time. However, here you don't really get profit, and if lucky it should cover up your waste. Now for last, the best spawn by far to make profit and overall improve your AoE hunting is the Vampiric Crypt of Iron. I started to hunt this spawn at level 138, it's simple and technically easy. But I wasn't tanking and I don't think you should if you're low level, but semi-kiting should be just fine, especially with proper imbuements. Also, garlic necklaces are great to reduce some of the damage. As for the way to hunt, just do a simple lap like this. With more levels, you can include the other pools like the one downstairs or other rooms, but shouldn't be necessary at the start. At around level 150, you should be making an average of over 450k on 100% or 675 on 150. The profit comes from the vampire thieves, which are used for the imbuement of life leech. And on average, you should be looting 1 per minute. Everything else comes as a bonus. There are more drops that can boost your profit like the leather whip, boots of haste, and vampire shields, but don't rely on those. The most important by far will always be the vampire thieves, because if I were to go right now on around 150 RP, I will be getting around 180k from these alone every hour, since they cost around 3k on my server, and like another 50k from other drops. Another way to make profit will depend on the price of vampire dust on your server. I would say if they are over 2k, then it's worth to skin off the vampires and get them, but keep in mind that doing things will lower your experience. And because of all of this and the fact that it's not a secret or whatsoever, it means that the spawn does have competition, and I have no idea how busy it could be on your servers, so it will be up to you to find out. That's all I got for this video. Most of the experience rates I gave should be higher for you guys, taking into consideration all the upgrades nowadays, but I still wanted to give you some options to hunt. Another places where you can start to AoE even at lower levels are the 3rd floor of the Vampire Crypt, the Bone Beast Island, the Mother of Scarabaeus Cave, and the Cults of Agramun. But since I don't have videos for this, I can't show it to you guys. Thank you for watching, and if you want to support the creation of more videos, consider sending some Tibia coins to Good Donation. See you on the next video.